I always sit like on this side, so maybe today I should sit on this side just to shake it out. We're doing the mid-year book freakout tag. Shout out to the weather for fixing itself before I filmed this because it was thundering earlier and I wouldn't have been able to talk over that because it was too nice. So there are 14 questions in this. I have a stack of books that I'm never going to attempt to hold up because this is way too many. There's 17 books in this stack. We're never going to hold that up. That's fine. Let's do the mid-year freakout tag. I'm very pleased with everything that's going on right here. Question number 1 is the best book you've read so far in 2020. I picked 3 because I was going through like my list of all the books that I read and I narrowed it down to my favorite books for this year, and then I went to like my all-time favorite, and really the all-time favorite is for question number 2. But I picked 3 that I really love and I can't stop thinking about, and those are the ones that I've decided for this, and they go as follows. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, 10 out of 10. Amazing. My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows, 10 out of 10, amazing. And Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenzeller, 10 out of 10, amazing. These are pretty much my favorite books of the year so far. We'll see if that changes at the end of the year, but I love everything about these. This fantasy, incredible. Pirates, down for. The Etiens, love this idea, like I've never liked a retelling as much as I like this book. And I don't even know what it's a retelling of. Question number 2 is the best sequel you've read so far, and I put this one in here because I could get away with those all being first books, and this was A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, and it usually sticks up in my little square. Which one? The final one. Anyways, but I took it down just for this, and I really need to reread this. So if I read this twice this year, don't be upset. Question number 3 is a new release that you haven't read yet but you want to, and this is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I did get this one on Audible. I actually paid for it, I don't think I used a credit, and I need to read it, and I don't own it. I don't own any of the Hunger Games, which I find wild because I love the Hunger Games, but I would love to read it and then reread the Hunger Games. I think it would be really fun, so I need to get a hold of all of them. It will happen eventually, but the fact that I do have it on Audible is like, I'm ready. Question number 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. My most anticipated release is actually the next one in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, but that doesn't come out till January, so that doesn't count. So I put in here My Calamity Jane. It has already technically come out because it came out, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, because we're still in June, and I went to Indigo to get a copy, but they didn't have it at all, and I would have bought it whether it was paperback or hardcover, didn't care, but I would rather have it in paperback because it matches the other 2 that I have. So I guess I'm most anticipating a paperback version of that so I can read it. That's how I've twisted this question just a little bit. Question number 5 is your biggest disappointment, and this is the only book that I DNF'd this year so far, and it is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I know of so many booktubers and so many book Instagrammers and the book Twitter, and everybody talked about this so much, and his other book Recursion, and I wanted to love this so bad. I was so excited when I bought it. I was so excited when I requested it on Libby, and I got to page 114 and I could not do it. I just don't like when people mess with time, or in this case there's 2 people that switch places, and I just can't do it. And I didn't put it in my May wrap up because I mostly forgot because I didn't put it in my little like book thingy, but I hope this is the only book that I like DNF this year, because like I had such great expectations and then it was like everything that I just can't stand, and I feel terrible about that, but it's just, I literally cannot read that kind of book. Don't know why, it's just how I am. I'm sorry. Question number 6 is your biggest surprise, and I'm going to say 5 Dark Fates by Kendar Blake. I rated every book in front of this one 4 stars because it was like great, but not like great, you know? It was like really good, but it wasn't amazing. And then I read this one, and just, if I could just read history books of Fenburn, please give them to me. I would read everything. Question number 7 is your favorite new author, and I chose Neil Gaiman. This is the most recent Neil Gaiman book I have read. I just finished it like 2 days ago, and it's so weird that I like it. And all of his stuff is just so weird. I'm sorry, but it is. And I'm into it. I have probably about 3 more of his books that I currently own that are going to be read very soon. I'm living my best life. Question number 8 is your newest fictional crush. I was going to say Reese from The Obvious, but I did like him in A Court of Thorns and Roses. I was like, ooh, bad boy type? I'm into that. So I was like, since I started that crush last year, even though I read the good one this year, we're gonna say Raiden. I'm into some pirate men. That's all I have to say. I don't know what else to add to that. Question number 9 is newest favorite character. For this I have chose Helene. She tries so hard to do so much good for her people, for her family, for her friends, for everybody, that she never focuses on herself, but like, she deserves the world. I love her dearly. Thank you. Question number 10 is a book that made you cry. Now I haven't read anything sad enough because I've been on like a fantasy kick that would make me cry, but I did read one that I thought would make me cry, and that was We Are Okay by Lena LaCour. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with words, but I did think this was going to make me cry, and it possibly could have, but I just think maybe it's because I can't relate to losing a grandparent as much, because all 4 of mine are currently alive. It sounds terrible, but like at one point I think I almost did cry, but it wasn't sad enough for me. But I easily cry, so I don't know why I didn't. This was a close one. Question number 11 is a book that made you happy, and I have 2 picks for this one. One is a reread, one is a new read for me. The first one is Aragon by Christopher Bologna. That's definitely not how you say his last name, but I'm trying my hardest, okay? I was very happy to finally read this because I loved the movie for so long, and now I understand that this is so much better, and I get why people are upset. And then the reread that I had that made me happy was Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. I didn't think that I would have loved this the second time around as much as I loved it the first time around, but I really, really did. I think I loved it more, which was amazing. Question number 12 is your favorite book to movie adaptation you've seen this year. I've only seen one, I think. I haven't watched very much TV or movies. My friends can attest that I'm doing terribly with my TV watching, but I did sit down and watch Where'd You Go, Bernadette, and I read the book 4 years ago, I think, and it was lent to me by my aunt, and honestly worth it. This whole book / now movie is the reason why I want to go on an Antarctic cruise, and I keep telling people that I want to go on an Antarctic cruise and they think I'm crazy, so I'm gonna make them all read this book so they get it. If anybody wants to go on an Antarctic cruise with me, let me know. We're gonna go. It's gonna be fun. Question 13 is the most beautiful book you've bought this year. I need to take off this sticker. It says Walmart price, but I didn't get it from Walmart. Let me just struggle for a second. Oh no, it's not coming out properly. See, this is why I don't remove stickers on books. Walmart needs to fucking chill. And you're probably like, why didn't you get that from Walmart? It has a Walmart sticker on it. I got it from Book Outlet before we cursed Book Outlet and we're never buying from them again. I think we succeeded. And it's kind of like a little beat up, but I don't mind it. I think I paid like $4 for it, and it is Cursed. It's illustrated by Frank Miller and written by Thomas Wheeler, which I don't know what that means, but I'm very intrigued. Oh my god, there's illustrations in here. I was not aware of this. I just saw it at Indigo. I was like, that's a very pretty book. I'm into bright colors right now. I have purchased quite a few bright colors. I was like, I think I'd be into this. I don't care what it's about, really. And the last question, question number 14, is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I have 5 with very universal reasons. The first one I've already started, and it is Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. It took me like 3 hours to read the first one. This one I started about 3 days ago. It's very sad. I need to continue. We will continue. The next one is The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. I need to know what happens. This is, I think, the only like crime mystery book that I've actually really enjoyed. It was Truly Devious, the first one, and then I need to get my hands on the last one because we're gonna have a good time. The last 2 that I really do need to finish are ones I need to finish because I need to just finish off these trilogies, and I'm very excited to do that, but I've just been putting them off for no good reason at all. The first one is Ozland by Wendy Spinelli. I like need to finish this, and as a matching duo I need to read Isla and the Happily Ever After by Anna Perkins. They are both beautiful green colors because I'm into pink and green right now, and bright colors. We'll get there. And the last book that I really need to finish, I've already taken off the dust jacket because I had intentions of reading it months and months ago, and it's The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. It has a beautiful, like, look at that. Anyways, I really need to read this. I need to get it done. I need to, and I have it on Audible. Like, it's not like I don't have access to being helped. So those are all the books for my mid-year freakout tag. I hope that this helps, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was fun. Everybody else is doing it. I was going to do this a little bit later, closer to August, but I was like, it's halfway through the year, we can do it now. Because we're in June, somewhere in June. Also, in other news, I graduated yesterday. That's wild. I have post-secondary credentials now. Time to get some more. And let me know what your favorite book of the year has been so far for 2020. I would love to hear your answers. It also helps me get recommendations on which books I should read, whether I own them or not. I would love to read what other people love. That's basically how I am, really. It's how I get all my recommendations. And you love that? Oh, okay. I'll love it too. And I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye!